Hello, welcome to e-Niro Diaries. It's the 15th of February. I'd just like to thank all the people who've been recently watching and subscribing, and a like is always good. If you do enjoy to find out about the long-term ownership experience of a Kia e-Niro. Now, I must apologise for the last posting I did, which was winter rain shock, a little bit sort of sensationalist. I must have been channeling my inner tabloid or something, I don't know, but it was actually quite, unusual for me to switch the car on in the winter and see an 80% charge estimated range below the 300 mark. Now, obviously, this, as people have pointed out to me, is simply because most of the driving we'd done in the last few weeks prior to that was on the motorways and with the heater on and all the rest of it. So anyway, here's a video of a couple of days ago at the weekend. We had a beautiful sunny day, charged up to 80%, decided to go to the beach, and obviously the readings were somewhat better. So I hope you enjoy this one.
Good morning. 12th of Feb. Yeah. Abraham Lincoln's birthday, Charles Darwin's birthday. It was also my dad's birthday, actually, 12th of Feb. Anyway, we're off to the beach. It's really cold. And charged overnight up to 80%. Now, the last time I did that, when it was chilly, about a week or so ago, switched on with the heater on, and I only had a range of 297, 295, something like that. Switched on today with the heater on, set to 21 degrees, which we don't normally have it that warm. Range of 351. So there you go. I guess the previous gasometer reading was based on that long trip we did to Frankfurt, but since then we've done lots more local sensible stuff, haven't we? Yes, local stuff. Anyway, off to the beach. It's 103 kilometres, and we can't quite find a way of getting to a beach in under 100 kilometres. We've tried it a few times. This is one we've been to before. It's called Châtillon-Plage, and we're just going on the black back roads, going slow. It's as much about the drive as it is about going to the beach. Anyway, see how we go. So we've arrived at the beach. We took a different route to when we did this last summer. We had every kind of driving you could imagine. We had very small, narrow roads where you were basically doing only 60 to 70. You saw going through the Aulnay forest there. We had sort of nice, smooth, single track kind of roads as well, doing about 80 to 90, and then we had a short stretch of motorway that cost the princely sum of 70 euro cents, and it's absolutely crystal clear day. I can see Fort Boyard out there. Turn the camera around at some point, and the Ile des Aix. So there are three islands off the west coast around La Rochelle. Ile de Oloron, Ile de Ré, which both have bridges over to them. Ile de Aix, there's no bridge, but you can get a boat, and I believe there's no sort of motorised transport on there. Don't know, never been. The other two are a lot easier to get to, but one day we'll do that. But we did 111 kilometres getting here, and we only used up 65 kilometres of range, which is interesting. Still got 286 of range left, that's with the heater on, and 15.7 kilometres, 15.7 kilowatts per 100 kilometres, which is that many miles per kilowatt hour. Anyway, we're going to get on the beach, chuck a frisbee about. wherever we go, she always has to do that. Yeah. Crazy French people in the water. Oh, they got wetsuits on, but it's air temperature's still about 6 degrees. Pretty good. So Mrs. e-Niro driving us home after a wonderful day on the beach. It's started this morning at 1 degree. It's 12 now. It's 20 past 4 in the afternoon. Feeling really quite sunburned on the face. So we've done 182 kilometres. We've got about another 47 to go, and averaged 14.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres. So it's really efficient. I mean, we started the day at 350 range. We've got 220 left, and we've done 183. So, but yeah, as Mrs. Nero just said, it's just so still. Wind turbines not really picking up very much around here, and it's this lovely straight road that takes us up to where we turn off for home. We've travelled 230.8, so call it 231 today, and we have 167 of range left, and we're showing 42% battery. So that's pretty good. I mean, it was 1 degree when we left this morning, but it's been really sunny all day, so we got to the point on the journey where we sort of didn't need the heater on anymore, because we had a lot of solar through the car. But it just shows that a journey like that, where it's some back roads, some kind of reasonably fast normal roads, not dual carriageway, where you can get sort of 85-90 kilometres an hour, and then a bit of auto route where we got up to 120, 125. So it's a real mixture, but a typical kind of drive to the coast really, and shows that even in the winter you can comfortably get to the coast and back, which in miles is about 80. It's about 80 miles over to the coast from here. So you can get to the coast and back on an 80% charge quite comfortably. And in fact, say I've still got 42% on the battery. It would have been a bit different if it had been raining and the wind had been blowing, but then again, you don't go to the beach on days like that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed to see that, and until the next time.
So there we go. Nothing to worry about. The winter range is obviously affected by a number of things: ambient temperature, and the whether you've got the heater on, what have you. But also, probably more importantly, is the driving you've been doing previous to the subsequent charge. You switch on, and as you saw, it was back up to 350 without the heater on, and 320 something. So it's we're still, after 3 years, nearly 3 years of ownership, not detecting as yet any range loss. Now, interestingly, I hadn't plugged in and charged to 100% for about a month since we did the Frankfurt trip, and the manual says you're supposed to do that. So when we got back from the beach, plugged in, took the car up to 100%, and then yesterday morning, a bit cloudy, not that cold, it's about 8 or 9 degrees, switched the car on, 100% charge, was showing a range of 451 kilometres, so comfortably sort of 270, 280 miles. But as soon as I switched the heater on, that dropped down to 426 kilometres. But interestingly, it was raining yesterday, and I pulled the car out of the hangar where it lives, sort of an open-sided barn thing we've got here. And immediately, I hadn't gone anywhere at that point. I was still in the driveway. The windscreen wipers kicked on, and it dropped down to 440. kilometres range. Okay, I mean, it's, still, sort of winter time, things you have running, like in terms of heater and windscreen wipers and stuff like that, the lower your range is going to be. Anyway, hope you enjoy that little trip to the beach. And the next video, I think, is going to be about on the 3-year mark in the middle of March. I was hoping to do a video on some extra solar panels I'm having put up here. But it's proving a bit more difficult than we thought. Some friend of mine's making a metal frame to hang them on the wall, and we're just trying to work out what the right angle for that should be. It's not going to be optimum, but at least it's going to be south-facing. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. That may get done in the next few weeks, it may not. It all depends on the weather and the availability of the people to do the work. So thanks, until next time.